Rebuild yourself in year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, as we stand on the brink of a new chapter 2025, it is time to ask ourselves, who do I want to be when this year ends? This isn't just another year, it's an opportunity to rewrite your story, reshape your identity, and rebuild yourself into the version you've always envisioned. Understanding where you are in life is the first essential step toward rebuilding yourself. Without a clear and honest assessment of your current situation, it's impossible to make the necessary changes or improvements. It's like trying to find your way out of a maze without first determining your starting point. Before you can embark on the journey of transformation, you need to take a moment to reflect on where you are now. This is not about judging yourself or getting discouraged by where you are. Instead, it's about embracing clarity and honesty so that you can move forward with purpose. Start by evaluating your life in different areas: emotional, physical, mental, and spiritual. These are the key components that form the foundation of your well-being. Look at your emotional state. Are you generally content, or do you feel overwhelmed, stressed, or anxious? Emotional well-being plays a significant role in how we perceive ourselves and our ability to handle challenges. If your emotions are out of balance, they can become a barrier to progress. Acknowledging this is not a sign of weakness, but a moment of strength, recognizing that there is room for growth and improvement. Next, consider your physical health. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life, and if it's not functioning at its best, you'll find it hard to pursue your dreams. Evaluate your habits. How well do you treat your body? Are you nourishing it with healthy food, exercising regularly, and getting enough rest? Physical health is not just about appearance, it's about feeling energized, strong, and capable of handling life's demands. If you're neglecting your body, now is the time to take inventory and commit to better self-care. The mental aspect is also crucial when assessing where you are in life. Your mindset determines how you approach challenges and setbacks. Do you find yourself feeling stuck, limited, or overwhelmed by negative thoughts? Your mental state can either propel you forward or hold you back. Negative thought patterns can shape your reality, making you feel defeated before you even begin. Rebuilding starts with changing these thought patterns, choosing to focus on possibilities rather than limitations. If your mind is clouded with doubt or fear, take the time to reprogram your thinking. Cultivate a mindset of growth and resilience, and challenge the beliefs that no longer serve you. Lastly, evaluate your spiritual state. This doesn't necessarily refer to religion, but rather to your sense of purpose, connection, and inner peace. Do you feel aligned with your deeper values and passions, or are you merely going through the motions of life? A lack of spiritual alignment can leave you feeling disconnected or unfulfilled, even when things seem to be going well on the surface. Rebuilding yourself often involves reconnecting with your inner self, rediscovering what truly matters to you, and finding a sense of peace and purpose. This spiritual clarity can guide your decisions and fuel your desire to move forward. Once you've honestly assessed these areas of your life, it's time to identify what's working and what's not. What aspects of yourself are you proud of, and where do you see room for improvement? It's not about criticizing yourself for shortcomings, it's about identifying the gaps that need attention. Are there areas where you feel stagnant, unhappy, or unfulfilled? These are often the places that require the most attention during the rebuilding process. Self-awareness is also about being honest with yourself regarding your behaviors and habits. Are there patterns in your life that are sabotaging your success? For example, procrastination, poor time management, or a lack of self-discipline might be holding you back. These habits are often formed unconsciously over time, but they have a profound impact on your ability to move forward. Once you identify these patterns, you have the power to break them and replace them with healthier, more productive habits. This process also involves acknowledging your fears and insecurities. What are you avoiding? What scares you? Often the things we fear the most are the very things that need to be confronted in order to grow. Whether it's fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown, these fears can hold you hostage in a life that feels stagnant. Rebuilding yourself requires confronting these fears head-on and taking action despite them. This doesn't mean you'll never be afraid, but it means you'll learn to take action in spite of fear. As you assess your life, also take a look at the people around you. Who are the people you interact with regularly? Do they support and uplift you, or do they drain your energy and hold you back? The company you keep has a significant impact on your life. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage your growth and hold you accountable can make all the difference when rebuilding yourself. On the other hand, toxic relationships or negative influences can undermine your efforts. Be honest about the relationships in your life and ask yourself if they are adding value or contributing to your challenges. Rebuilding yourself also requires looking at your goals and aspirations. Have you been setting clear, actionable goals for yourself, or have you been drifting aimlessly without direction? Taking stock of where you are also means taking stock of where you want to go. Are your current actions in alignment with your long-term goals? If not, this is the moment to shift your focus and begin taking intentional steps toward those goals. Understanding where you are in life gives you the clarity and motivation to move forward. Without this self-awareness, it's easy to stay stuck in the same patterns year after year. But with an honest assessment, you can identify where changes need to happen and begin the process of rebuilding. Rebuilding yourself is not about becoming someone else, it's about becoming the best version of who you already are. The journey of transformation begins with understanding where you are today so you can take empowered steps toward where you want to be. Letting go of the past is a crucial and often difficult step in the process of rebuilding yourself. It's about making a conscious decision to release the emotional, mental, and physical burdens that no longer serve you. The weight of the past can be so heavy that it keeps you anchored to a place of stagnation, preventing you from moving forward and embracing new opportunities. To rebuild, you must free yourself from the limitations imposed by your past experiences, mistakes, regrets, and unhealed wounds. This process is not just about forgiving others, it is primarily about forgiving yourself and allowing yourself to step into a new version of who you are meant to be. The first challenge in letting go is acknowledging what you need to release. Often we carry baggage from our past without even realizing it. These emotional weights can come from old relationships, past failures, or regrets that linger in our minds. These remnants of the past are like anchors that keep us from moving forward. A key part of rebuilding yourself is recognizing these attachments and deciding that they no longer have power over you. Identifying what needs to go can be an uncomfortable but necessary process. Perhaps there is a past relationship that ended in pain, and you find yourself still holding on to the hurt. Maybe you failed at something important and still carry the shame or embarrassment. Or it could be that you've been holding on to a version of yourself that no longer aligns with who you are today. The first step is to bring these issues to the surface and allow yourself to feel the emotions that come with them. Letting go is not about ignoring the past or pretending that it didn't affect you. It's about acknowledging that those experiences have shaped who you are, but they do not have to define who you will become. You must give yourself permission to release the grip the past has on you. This doesn't mean forgetting what happened or minimizing the pain you've experienced. It means choosing to no longer let those experiences control your present and future. The longer you hold on to negative emotions, resentments, or past mistakes, the more they drain your energy and keep you stuck in a cycle of regret. You may find yourself repeatedly revisiting old wounds, reliving painful moments, or comparing your current self to who you once were. This cycle keeps you trapped in a place of limitation. When you let go, you create space for something new to enter your life. The act of release is an act of clearing, removing old debris so that fresh, positive energy can flow in. It's like clearing out a cluttered room to make room for new furniture and new possibilities. Without making space for growth, you will continue to operate in a limited capacity, bogged down by the weight of past experiences. When you let go, you are giving yourself permission to grow, evolve, and step into your full potential. Part of letting go also involves forgiving yourself. Many of us hold on to guilt and shame over past mistakes, holding ourselves to an impossibly high standard of perfection. We tell ourselves that we should have done better or made different choices, but the truth is, you did the best you could with the knowledge, resources, and mindset you had at the time. Holding on to guilt doesn't change the past, it only diminishes your ability to move forward. Forgiveness is essential for personal growth and healing. When you forgive yourself, you release the emotional hold that past mistakes have on you. You acknowledge that you are human, that you make mistakes, and that it's okay to fall short sometimes. The key is to learn from those mistakes, not to live in them. Another aspect of letting go is breaking free from limiting beliefs that may have been formed based on past experiences. If you've failed in the past, it's easy to tell yourself that you'll always fail. If you've been hurt by others, it's easy to believe that you are unworthy of love or success. These beliefs are not truths, they are simply stories you've internalized over time. The challenge in rebuilding yourself is to identify and release these limiting beliefs so that you can replace them with empowering ones. Letting go of these negative beliefs requires conscious effort. It's a process of reprogramming your mind and challenging the stories that no longer serve you. In addition, letting go involves creating emotional boundaries. Often we hold on to past relationships, whether they were friendships, family dynamics, or romantic connections, because we feel obligated or because we have a deep emotional attachment. While relationships are important, sometimes we hold on to relationships that are toxic, draining, or no longer aligned with who we are today. Rebuilding yourself requires recognizing that you deserve to be surrounded by people who support your growth, not those who hinder it. This may mean stepping away from relationships that are no longer serving you, even if that's difficult or uncomfortable. It's not about cutting people off in anger, but about setting healthy boundaries that allow you to heal and grow. Letting go is also about embracing change. Change is inevitable, and holding on to the past is often a way of resisting change. Whether it's a fear of the unknown, a fear of failure, or a fear of losing control, many of us avoid change because it feels safer to stay where we are. But true rebuilding only happens when we embrace the discomfort of change and trust that it will lead us to better things. When you let go of your attachment to how things were, you open yourself up to new opportunities, experiences, and growth. You begin to trust that the future holds something better, even if you can't see it clearly right now.